Hello, sir, ma'am. In this episode, I would tell you why the Philippines is like death by 1,000 paper cuts. Your typical day will start off really poorly and will end up even worse, no matter what kind of attitude you have. If you are new to the channel and want to find out the truth about this country, subscribe, like, share, because we need to please the YouTube algorithm overlords. In the Philippines, it's death by 1,000 paper cuts. A typical day is as follows. Wake up to noise from outside my hotel or neighbors yelling at 6:45 a.m. Go to eat breakfast, wait 15 minutes for server to bring me a coffee. After sugar-infested breakfast, wait 45 minutes to get the bill so you can leave. That's after asking for the bill 2 times. Then walk on uneven streets with many hazards. It's already 90 degrees and humid outside, so you have to dodge the umbrellas from others as they are at eye level if you are 6 feet tall. I go into a store to buy water. There's a person who opens the door for you and looks at you with disgust if you don't tip him for opening the door. The streets are full of vagrants and beggars. Children getting into your space and saying over and over again, "Give me coins, give me coins." Call a Grab ride and the driver can't get your suitcase into the trunk because the handle is extended. Literally no critical thinking and in the Pinoy land. I close the extended handle for the driver and he says, "Thank you, sir," like it was my fault. It's only 9 a.m. and you have already had 5 people asking for pesos. You have stepped in urine on the streets. You are sweating from the sun and someone's umbrella poked you in the eye socket. You get back to your room and ask for to be cleaned since they didn't clean it the previous 2 days. "Sorry, sir, but our cleaner did not show up for work today. Maybe tomorrow. Have a good day, sir." Time to shower with a smelly towel. It's now 9:30 a.m. and by the end of the day you become temperamental. But there's still a lot more of the day left. Tomorrow, people will be traveling heavy going back to their provinces for the holiday. I need to get the bus ticket from Makati to Tagaytay for the following day, but I must go to the terminal and purchase it today because they will sell out before tomorrow. No, you can't purchase tickets online because that would be too efficient for the Pinoys. I go back to my motel in Makati via the Grab ride. He didn't use the air conditioning but was nice enough to open the windows. I'm visibly sweating getting out of the Grab. The doorman rushes to open the motel door and gives me the money smile. He says, "Sir, can I carry your backpack to your room for you?" I say no thanks. I go to my room and proceed to wash my hands. The spout on the sink is only 2 inches long, so it's difficult to wash my hands. The fan is broken in my room. The Wi-Fi goes through a cycle of working great, not working, and partially working. I could call and complain, but there's literally no point. I know it will only make me escalate when I hear excuses followed by, "Thank you, sir." My girlfriend gets a phone call from her sister and they have decided to accompany us to the first destination. So I agree to buy their bus tickets so they can see their family. Now the best part of my day is upon me. My air conditioner works great and I'm in my room relaxing. After 2 hours, we leave to buy the bus ticket. It's almost a 1-hour Grab ride due to the heavy traffic. The cost is about 600 pesos each way for the Grab. I get out of the Grab ride and I'm ambushed by a group of guys wanted to carry my backpack and my girlfriend's satchel. I tell them no, but the guy is tugging on my backpack. I tell him back off and he does. Then the people are shouting, "Hey, where are you going?" And "Hey, do you need a taxi?" I ignore them. I need to buy bottled water now at 50% markup. When you're waiting in the heat at the terminal to buy bus tickets, you will pay the extra skin tax. No worries. Most vloggers make videos about how cheap their rent is, but they never mention these hidden costs. I have to make 2 trips to the terminal and almost 3 hours of my day to buy bus tickets 1 day in advance. I purchased 4 bus tickets and I noticed she scattered our seats in 4 different rows instead of giving us 4 seats somewhat together. I have to wait in line again, and this time someone cuts in front of me. Very annoying. I'm not allowed to say anything or else I'm a mean foreigner. So I stay silent. I go back to the window and ask for 4 seats together. She says no refunds, but she can sell me 2 more seats and then we can all sit together. I buy the additional 2 seats. The cost just keeps going up because the nonsense, stupidity, and lack of efficiency in the Philippines. Most of the vloggers will not mention these hidden expenses. Now it's time to eat lunch. We walked to a local Jollibee. I ordered the spicy chicken, extra tissues, and a bottle of water. They say, "Sorry, sir, we are out of spicy chicken." So I get the regular chicken. Then bring out our order and the table and forget to give me my bottle of water. And they forget to give us any tissues. My girlfriend gets out of our travel tissue because this is normal occurrence. Then she goes and waits in line to get my bottle of water. I just noticed the table next to me gets the food and they have 4 pieces of spicy chicken. The service level in the Philippines is atrocious. I use the comfort room before leaving and no toilet paper and the electric dryer is broken. I have to dry my hands on my shirt. Now it's time to take Grab ride back to the room, but no cell signal, so you walk 2 blocks. I found a cell phone signal, so I initiate the app, and he will be here in 14 minutes. It has started to rain, so flag down a taxi and cancel the Grab ride. The taxi driver wants 1,000 pesos. I agree because it's raining harder now, so now the cost of my trip has went up even more. At least the taxi's clean and has air conditioning. I see the taxi has a meter, but don't even bother asking him to turn it on. I get back to the motel, and the doorman again asks to carry my backpack. I ask for a clean towel, and they arrive, but the lady is standing there staring at me smiling. I give her 50 pesos, and she leaves. I decide to get some beers and hang out in the room. I go to 7-Eleven across the street, and a homeless man opens the door for me. Then he says something to me when I don't tip him. A homeless lady is trying to sell me trinkets, and other little kid run up and say, "Give me coins." I'm tired. It's time to drink beer and relax for a few hours, so I attempt to de-escalate. It's now time for a late dinner. We go to the restaurant and our motel. The waiter does not bring my water, nor any extra tissue, but the girlfriend brought tissues and pulls out the extra bottle of water from 7-Eleven. There are people waiting for tables and the place is packed, but the waiter will not bring me the bill. I ask for the bill a second time. At least this time the food was not overly sweetened, so I'm grateful. 5 minutes later, I walk to the bar and pull out my money to pay for the food. They go and get the waiter and he presents me the bill. I pay the bill and go to the room. The sisters of my girlfriend call and say they are broke and will need to return bus ticket. They waited for me to buy the one ticket one way to say this. I'm going to bed. The bleeding never stops in the Philippines. By the end of the day, you're exhausted. By the end of the week, you're defeated. By the end of the month, you think you are in hell. This is not a one-off occurrence, not just for this man or anybody else that's ever been to the Philippines. If you've been there more than 1 or 2 weeks and away from a comfortable resort, you will soon notice the inefficiencies of this country. Everything this man says is just a mile day. I guarantee you, if you've been there, you can concur. Share your stories, tell me, send them to thephilippinestruth@gmail.com, and I'll make a video. These types of things eat away at your soul. You can start off with having a great day, wanting to have a nice evening or day, or just a day trip plan, but the daily hassle really grinds away at your patience. Not only your patience, your comfort, your wallet, but just your overall sanity. Things simply don't make sense. 100 little things will happen. You might ignore 1 or 2 of them, but I promise you, by the end, you have yourself asking yourself, why did I come to this country? For what? A girlfriend here may help a little bit, but sometimes they are completely useless. Some of these women have never been outside their little neighborhoods or barangays or villages, so they don't actually reduce the stress, but add to it. You'll be surprised how little they know about their own country or their own language even, or even how to get through a day with another person. Many things will happen in the Philippines will make you scratch your head. Everything either being out of stock, no toilet paper, things just not working, tables not being cleaned. You have to go back and forth several times. And this person's story is nothing new. If you've ever taken a bus or a boat, a ferry, or even their airlines, is complete useless. Multiple stops, multiple stations, multiple people to talk to just to have one thing completed. And that's if you're lucky, if they have any seats, if things are not sold out, and so on and so forth. Every day in the Philippines is a struggle and a challenge. Some people don't mind because their home country they had a much worse life. But if you are a normal person with any standard at all, I'm not talking about luxuries. I'm talking about simple basic necessities and needs will make you rethink your visit or even your stay in that country. Sometimes people want to escape and visit neighboring countries and never want to return. We hear horror stories like this all the time. I want to know your opinion. Do you have any stories like this? Have you been to the Philippines and had experiences where you can relate to this type of behavior and everyday occurrence? What is also even more annoying, even if you want to help these homeless kids or mothers with children, you don't know who is legit or who is just trying to take money from you because that is the overall mentality, and you always have to question whether you're actually doing a good deed, helping somebody, or just simply enabling them to bring their children, infants, out in daylight in 100-degree temperature. It is totally unacceptable, and I don't understand it. Our previous video's best comment comes from the Reaver as X, who says, after reading through the horror stories, I told my then girlfriend early on, the instant that your family starts to try get money out of me, I'm gone. They are all adults. If they don't have their act together by now, it ain't up to me to save them. This is in response to the video of a man giving over $250,000 over the span of his relationship to his Filipinas family. It is very simple. Gentlemen, if you do not want to support these poor women's families, you must put your foot down. You must be a man and tell them what you can and cannot afford. If you do not want a young, poor Filipina wife or girlfriend, do not talk to them. Do not waste your time. Do not engage with them at all. There is no worse comment from that video. However, I do want to address one who says, why is he complaining? He was not held up at gunpoint. She asked and he gave. That's correct. I want to mention one thing. This person clearly did not just hand over $250,000. This happened over a long period of time, I believe over a decade based on his story. And when you are in a relationship, a caring person, a man who wants to provide for his wife, sometimes these things add up. Slowly, 1,000 here, 2,000 there, an emergency, a hospital visit, all these things over a decade or longer will easily add up to $250,000, and that is the point of this channel, to let you know the reality of this country and this people, that things will happen that you need to be prepared for. You must have a plan, a backup plan, and plan B, C, and D, and you must be aware of these situations. Family is the only thing many Pinoys have. Thanks for watching. God bless.